Wow. You can't even put things past head coaches these days, huh? Caitlin Clark, now is pretty much common knowledge now. When Caitlin Clark has a good game, some drama, something will follow, whether it's an investigation that came out last year when Caitlin dominated the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese felt the way, so she launched a fake investigation on the Indiana Fever. Whether it's that, whether it's Alyssa Thomas saying she's dealing with death threats, you got the Portland Fire coach right here in his emotion, in his feelings about how Caitlin Clark did them, dropped a triple-double and dropped them off on the side of the road like, yeah, I'll see you guys same time next week. Listen, man, you can't put nothing past even head coaches these days, man. This league is not serious. We have the Portland Fire coach talking, giving Caitlin Clark little to no acknowledgement, no praise. In fact, he's giving excuses. Oh, yes, fouls. Oh, the sold-out shows doesn't really have anything to do with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the film. We got the receipts. We got it all. Let's get straight into it and hear what the Portland Fire coach had to say in his post-game presser after losing to the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, led by Caitlin Clark's triple-double.
Defensively, I did feel it was a better second half. I mean, it's tough with all the free throws they got. I thought Nards was in great position a lot of the time. She had obviously a tough assignment on Caitlin Clark, but
oh my gosh, the free throws. Nards did such a good job on Caitlin, but Caitlin dropped the triple-double.
I thought she did a really good job. She had obviously a tough assignment on Caitlin Clark, but I thought she did a really good job.
She did a really good job. She actually did a really great job if she played for the Indiana Fever. Because Caitlin Clark finished the game with 26 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. I don't know who did a good job on what, but if this is doing a good job on Caitlin, please play us every game. I would love to see her do a good job on Caitlin every game. I had a bunch of fun tonight. Same time next week.
Tough assignment on Caitlin Clark, but I thought she did a really good job. So it's tough. I mean, a 34-18 disparity at the free throw line. That's
just look at him crying up there, chat. Just look at this grown man up here crying. This is a grown head coach up here crying about free throws, crying about this, crying. You are a head coach of a professional basketball team. Get your girls prepared. That Nods girl you talking about was hand checking and fouling Caitlin Clark the whole night. In fact, one play, Caitlin Clark quite literally landed on her knees. But, you know, Nas was clipping her out the air. We'll pull it up, though.
Also very hard to compete with.
It's crybaby.
So it's tough. I mean, a 34-18
Look at this
disparity.
Look at this.
And then I thought defensively, Nards was excellent on Caitlin. In terms of the direction for where we were sending her, and then just all the covers. I thought she did a really good job. I think really unfortunate to play only 18 minutes tonight.
Right.
I think, it's, very, very, if that was like 30, I think defensively that would have helped us as a team a lot.
Look at this crybaby up here.
It was a sold-out game tonight.
So he just said, oh, if we send her right, we'll get this. If we send her this, we'll get that. You can send her whichever way you want. She finished the game with a triple-double. She finished the game with a triple-double, my brother. Instead of going up there saying, yeah, Caitlin Clark did the right thing. You know, our team, we did our best, but, you know, superstars, there's certain people you can only try to slow down, but they're just that good, you know. Shout out to my girls. They played their hardest. They left it all out there, and I can't wait to see the Fever next time so we can truly gauge how good our defense truly is, and we can get our revenge. You know, we can build friendly competition. But no, instead, as a head coach, you want a grown man, by the way, you want to sit up here on a post-game presser conference, and you want to cry like a little female and go ahead and say the free throws. Yeah, Nas did a good job. Wish she could have played for 30 minutes, but she was in foul trouble. Well, no, duh, Sherlock. Obviously, she's going to be in foul trouble because she's hand-checking and hard fouling Caitlin Clark the entire night. And honestly, if you want to be real, should have been way more fouls. Let's not even talk about the first quarter three-point shot Caitlin took. That wild circus shot that she knocked down at the end of the quarter. That was a foul. They didn't call. You want to talk about unfairness? Sophie Cunningham, she should have shot 3 free throws at the end of the second quarter, but they didn't give her them 3 free throws. In fact, they actually broke a rule. That's the first time in my life I've ever seen an inconclusive call, an inconclusive review from the officials get overturned. That's literally against their rule book, but no mention of that in your post-game presser, right? You notice how we're not mentioning that? Because we're actually worried about the game. And we know there ain't no damn excuses when it comes to the game, especially as a professional. You should know this, coach.
With vocal fans from both teams.
So this is him being asked about the sellout crowd now. Now, a direct chance to give Caitlin Clark some type of praise of not only growing this league, but literally having an impact on your organization, considering two of your biggest games, your two biggest games came playing against the Indiana Fever. How you like them apples? But listen to his response.
It was a sold-out game tonight with vocal fans from both teams. What's it like coaching in that sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great getting the sellout games. I think we've just been so fortunate, to be honest, all year to have such an amazing atmosphere here at the Fire Pit. So
Wow. No mention of Caitlin Clark so far. I'll run it back
on the fan base. That's because of this local community and just turning up and supporting the team as they do. So it really helps. We got a nice home stretch here now. So it's really about how we can take advantage of that, playing home and just being ready to bring it in that next game.
Wow, chat. So before we even get into that, let's hear what he had to say one time and read off this stat right now, okay?
Because of this local community. And
so he's shouting out the community, shouting out the fans, as he should, right? You can shout them out, but don't listen. Like I always say, leaving out context is just as good as lying, right? So as you can see, I'm going to provide the receipts. You can see the Portland Fire's top attended home games during their inaugural 2026 WNBA season at the Moda Center are highlighted by massive sellout crowds. Highest attended games, Indiana Fever, July 31st, 2026, which was the last game they just played, 19,959 fans. New franchise and peak season record crowd. Yeah, the Indiana Fever just quite literally came in town and broke records. You know why? Because Caitlin Clark is chaining together good games. I actually have a video about that on this channel, the More Venom channel, where you can clearly see a highlight why the Indiana Fever sell out and when Caitlin Clark was playing good that led up to their sellouts. The Fever sell out when Caitlin Clark was coming off good games. They struggle to sell out when Caitlin Clark chains together repeatedly struggle games. And that's directly on Stephanie White. But right now, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. The Fever.
And, just turning up and supporting the team as they do.
Got no credit. Caitlin didn't get no credit.
It really helps. We got a nice home stretch here now. So It's really about how we can take advantage of that, playing home and just being ready to bring it in that next game.
Right. So since your home crowds always sell out, let's compare your last 3 home games, by the way. June 7th. No, their last home game before the Fever game right here was July 9th. You sold in measly 13,000. That's great for women's basketball and all, because that's still a very huge number when we're talking about women's sports. Especially the game before that one, 17,000. Still nowhere near selling out, right? I don't think you never sold out unless you were playing against the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark. 17,000, right, in that game. And then on June 17th, you only had a measly 13K again. So, once again, instead of using this opportunity to highlight the common denominator, which is Caitlin Clark, which is the direct reason why you're selling out your home arenas, 19,000 is absurd. But regardless, you did not give Caitlin Clark any credit. I don't know if there's a problem with Caitlin Clark. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But any other coach with anything in between here would have gave Caitlin Clark credit. Don't put your pride to the side. You are a professional at the end of the day, and you're a coach, for God's sake. Like, you're not even a player. We're really dealing with that as the player. Like, be a professional, man. That's embarrassing. That is super embarrassing to see a head coach do something like this. But let's move on for a second, chat. May 30th, 2026, versus the Fever, they sold out 19,000 plus seats. July 31st, 2026, the previous game, once again, sold out 19,000 seats against the Fever. Your 2 sellout games came against the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky. But you're going to sit up here and act like, oh, you're the home crowd. They show up every game. The fire pit. Stop it, my brother. 13,000. 13. and I did not want to continue going down. That was just the last 3. But let's talk about it. He said Nods was, you know, wrongfully fouled out, whatever. I mean, she ain't fouled out, but she was in foul trouble because she apparently wasn't fouling in his eyes. So I pulled up the film. Let's go through it together, shall we? I want you guys to look and tell me if Caitlin Clark is not getting fouled. That looks like a hand check to me. That looks like a hand check to me. What about you guys? Once again, Caitlin on an ISO. This looks like a hand check to me. Hand checking. Yep. Caitlin got her jumping. Look at her. Caitlin got her looking goofy out there like Mario. It's a me, Mario. Got her jumping for joy. We got birds over here. And once again, she resorts to hand checking. This is something this referee, number 43, is directly watching. A direct hand check. He can see this, and he doesn't call it. But you sitting up here playing victim because Caitlin smacked you out with a triple-double. I'm telling you, man, it's sad, man. They can't never take the belt in peace. We got to take our belt in peace. But whenever we giving the belt, we always got to deal with some BS drama, narrative, storyline, investigation. It's crazy. It's almost expected at this point, though. You know? Caitlin got hit on the elbow as well. Once again, hand checking, fouling Caitlin Clark as she goes up. Hand checking. You cannot keep your hands right here. I don't know if they told you this. Keep your hands to yourself. It's not Caitlin's. I mean, it is Caitlin's fault, but it's not Caitlin's fault that your defender can't keep her hips straight. Why is her hips open? Instead of her hips being open, allowing Caitlin Clark to go, how about you tell her to close her hips so Caitlin walks into a wall? You ever teach your players how to cushion slide, coach? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. The playing victim is absurd, man. Everybody want to be a victim, man. Anyways, Caitlin gets it back. We get another bird. Got her on her feet. And just look at her clobbering Caitlin Clark. She gave her a hug and everything. You can't make this up. Look at this. Hand checking right here early. This is already a foul. Right? Let's continue. Roll the clip. Now she's literally riding Caitlin's backside, hugging Caitlin. I mean, you can't make this up. It's almost like you literally can't make this up. Caitlin lands on her knee. Look at this. You can't make this up. She's hugging Caitlin Clark, wrapping her on the backside. Number 41 this time. Watching this happen. No foul call at all. Since we're going to play victim, let's call it out, coach. Let's look through the film together, coach. Is this not a hand check? Is this not a direct foul? She's jumping on her back, clipping her out the air, not giving her no landing space. They're like, this is crazy. No landing space whatsoever, man. This is absolutely absurd. Once again, did not allow her to land. Absurd. Caitlin landing on her knees. But. Okay. Once again, hand checking. Goes for the poke on her back. Smacked her literal back and clipped her on the way down. Look at this. The hand check right here. No call. Okay, right here. The swipe on the back. She's literally slapping Caitlin Clark's backside. The basketball is nowhere near her hand. She slapped Caitlin Clark on the backside. No foul call there once again. You see this. Smacked Caitlin Clark on the backside. No call. Clearly smacked her in the back. Caitlin goes up. Look at this. I mean, this is definitely reckless closeout, right? Caitlin could have landed on her ankle. Since we go in there, coach, I wasn't going to go there. I was actually getting ready for bed, coach. But you want to go there. Let's pull up the film. Unbelievable. Look at this, man. Instead of switching, she still want to hand check Caitlin Clark, push her out of bounds, and look goofy when the whistle's blown. Look at this. Insane. I'm pretty sure Caitlin meant to run into the cameraman, right? Caitlin herself says she fouls. Like, damn, like she fouls. Like, I've met foulers. You're the foulest fouler that ever fouled. You're the foulest fouler that ever fouled. Mr. Owl, how many Tootsie Rolls did like? Oh my goodness. She got me losing it. Look at this. She gonna look you in your eyes and tell you this not a foul when you literally have a hand right on Caitlin Clark's stomach. See, Caitlin can do this. As long as Caitlin doesn't extend, you can do this. This is within her cylinder. She can do whatever she wants. As long as she's not extending outside her, she can do whatever she wants. As long as she's not extending, cool. But you putting your hand on Caitlin Clark is crazy.
So great today.
See, they don't even understand how to play defense properly. Let's say Caitlin is doing this, right? Okay, cushion slide. By the time Caitlin Clark's momentum pushes you, she's going to be called for the offensive foul. Like, she did get called for an offensive foul today, but a lot of defenders don't know how to defend. So that's why Caitlin Clark dominates stuff. Can't make it up, Jet. It's not rocket science. Play good defense. Look at this. Hand checking, reaching for the ball. But they gonna tell you she's a hand checking hack. Literally, look at this. Reaching for the ball, hand checking her, doing it all on it. Like, man, listen, the gaslighting gotta stop, man. Just let Caitlin Clark have a good game without no drama, no narratives. Give her respect. She gives everyone else their respect. Like, this is not a serious league, man. I need this. They need to do something about this. But anyways, man, Portland Fire coach. W, supporters, if you watch this video, make sure you hit the like button, hype this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the More Venom channel, man. We trying to hit 3K. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Let me get some rest now.